Closed captioning for Valley Spotlight is provided by Home Plate Media.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Hey, happy Sunday, everybody.
Look, we're at Casa di Canzonetta.
Yeah, just like that. The Gault family's here, and we're getting ready for another episode of Valley Spotlight.
A very special edition, a holiday edition right here in downtown Youngstown, and it's super festive in here.
It is beautiful.
And I don't think that the season could feel any warmer. Thanks to them.
Yeah.
Right? I really
yeah, metaphorically
How about that?
speaking,
Yeah.
sure.
Really?
Yeah. Otherwise, it stinks out there. But
Yeah,
anyways.
not so great out there, although, you know, it's been a little bit turbulent.
Yes, cold, downright cold. Yes.
Yeah, it's been really cold out, but fortunately we're teamed up with the Valley Spotlight here, and they've let us touch a lot of lives, and they're about to let us touch a couple more lives. So just love being a part of everything that we're doing here.
I think I will say this, like, I feel like the attention to this contest this year was
Unbelievable.
whoa,
Yeah.
in ways that even surprised me.
All
I'm
of us.
usually an optimist. I'm like, I got high expectations.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was overwhelming to
Overwhelming,
see
for
how
sure.
many people responded.
Thousands.
Of people
Yeah.
now.
So just to catch you up, we run a contest every year. The Gaults are nice enough to give a furnace or two. They've been doing two for the last couple of years.
We've given away 15
And
in
people
total
can
so far.
just go to the website and sign up to try to win it. And we had over 1,000 people.
Right. Yes. Thousands of people. But in the years prior, it's always been to nominate someone in need.
Right.
So we did both of those things this year. Somebody could nominate someone in need, and then you could just simply enter to win.
Right.
So we did it two different ways, and I think that's what really set some bells and whistles off for
But
people.
both of them got a big response. I mean, right? Even the nominated one that we've done in the past got so many more this time.
And the temperature went
freezing. Yes.
really fast.
Yes.
Really fast. We had a huge reaction to it. We're so grateful to you guys to be able to share that message. And like I said, 15 furnaces so far, so this year we'll make it 17. You have to stay to the end of the broadcast, even though Ron wanted to start the whole thing off with me announcing the winners. But we're going to save it till the end. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you guys want to go to the beach?
Do we want to go to the beach?
It's only it's like one
the
walk
sun's
that way.
shining.
That sounds easy enough.
Oh, you
What?
took me.
I know. They're like, what is that crazy lady?
Yeah. Like when the sun's out.
Right?
Yeah.
A new space down here in downtown Youngstown. You don't see too many bars that are for kids and adults, but there is one. It's called the Sandbar, and you'll know why when you watch this story. How fun.
So the reaction from everyone, kids and adults, is wow.
When you go to the Sandbar in downtown Youngstown, you'll probably have the same reaction. You won't see too many places where there's a bar and a restaurant and a giant sandbox in the same place.
Not that I'm aware of. The cool thing is this place functions as both a restaurant and an evening spot for the adults, depending on the event.
Yep, you can eat, try these awesome holiday drinks, and have a little fun at the air hockey table, the pool tables, or drive a remote-controlled vehicle on the course.
That's half the fun. So the back section was designed by one of the owners. He really wanted to put his stamp on it. And so we have the most extremely difficult part of the course, which is going around the back. And then we have a very easy part of the section, which is up front, except for the bow slide. There is an acrylic slide that was named after a YSU student who was the first person to drive up the slide. So
What an honor, right?
So why is this here in the first place? Devin runs the Youngstown RC, or Remote Controlled Club. They fly planes, and now they're doing a little more with on-the-ground vehicles, and the two parties thought this might be a good mix.
it was kind of this coming together of ideas in a very timely fashion. So the guys who had Circle Hookah wanted to completely change, rebrand, become a family restaurant. They had seen some TikTok videos. At the same time, they've also seen me driving cars and dinosaurs around downtown. So the idea was, let's build it and see what we can do. And we consulted and got together, and now we have this sand pit and a business model to work around it, which is great. At the end of the day, our goal is to get kids into robotics the same way I got into robotics, which was taking stuff apart, putting it back together, seeing how it works.
But you don't have to have a love for electrical engineering to dig in and have a little fun.
So people can either rent one of ours, and the hourly rate depends on which vehicle they get, or they can bring their own. And it's just a flat $5 charge to play it here. The family built this. The family's the one that lifted all the sand. I've met uncles, I've met cousins, everybody came together to make this happen, and I can't wait till more people hear about it.
So whether you're a kid or an adult, we all get hungry, thirsty, and love a good time.
My kids spend more time here almost as much as I do. But the parents get as much fun, if not more, out of the kids. There's been more than one time when a guy who drives an excavator in real life will take one of ours and then do something impressive and like, yeah, check this out, honey, I'm cool. People always say, yeah, I'll bring my kids here. But when they do, they end up holding the remote just as much, if not more, than the kids.
Ooh, I want to go back and play.
From the sandbar
I know.
to a bubble.
To a bubble, to an igloo bubble. We're outside.
I feel like the Youngstown has like so much going on right now.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's gorgeous down there.
Yeah. All right, break time.
All right, let's take a break, and then we are going to take a little visit with our friend from Brightspeed, Brian, and we're going to give away more prizes. Not just the furnace, more prizes to come. We're going inside, okay?
Okay, be right back.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In the Mahoning Valley, I work with Kelly Warren. She guarantees to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or she'll buy it. She can also give you an instant cash offer. Go to kellysoldit.com and find out how Kelly and her team can start working for you.
Slow internet was such a trigger for me. But with ultra-fast Brightspeed fiber internet, look at all this speed.
Ultra-fast Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
I don't know about you, but mine's bigger.
I think might be right, but mine's tastier.
I don't think so. I win. Look at this. Yep.
ESPN Mahoning Valley 94.7 FM and 1330 AM. Sports, talk, music, and more for the Valley.
For Kathy Schmidt, retirement really meant the beginning of a new adventure.
Well, once I retired, it really grew to the point where I almost lived in a warehouse because I had boxes all around me and stuff, and it got time to actually move it to a reasonable spot.
Just a hobby turned into a quest to help her dry skin.
Basically, I did it for myself. I had eczema real bad on my hands where my fingers would crack, and going to dermatologists and things like that. Now, I can't say this stuff heals anything, but it worked for me as far as curing my eczema, and that's what I was looking for.
Then her friends and coworkers wanted to try her products.
As I grew a little bit in my hobbies, other people wanted to try, and then they wanted it, and I found myself working more and more at this hobby.
And that hobby has turned into a full-blown store in the Warren Plaza called Mrs. McGillicuddy's.
So we made a deal on renting the space, and we renovated it. We put in all the rooms. We put in the wall, which made our classroom, and then we prepare everything in our kitchen.
Soon after that, a barber shop started using her products.
Our barber down here in the plaza, he buys our stuff, and he uses them on his clients. And when they ask, where can I get this, he sends them to us. The beard oils are made with an argan oil, and it's one of the finest oils that you can buy. It's so good for moisturizing the skin under the beard.
As for the name, well, it's referring to a joke between her and her husband, a nod to I Love Lucy, and the photo is her mom.
My husband used to tell me all the time, we'd be sitting at a restaurant, getting done eating, and he'd say, "Come on, Mrs. McGillicuddy, let's go." And so when we decided to open a store, I said, "What do we call it?" And he said, "What about Mrs. McGillicuddy?" But it did come from Lucille Ball's television show. My mother is our logo on our sign. So, gosh, you can find, we have hand creams, we have different soaps, we have all kinds of gift packets that we sell. These are cheaper than buying them one at a time off the shelf. So yeah, we have a lot of things that, especially quick gifts, when it's getting down to the time when you're looking for something quick. We always have baskets made up. If you don't like them, we will make them up for you.
Scan the on-screen QR code to see if Brightspeed is available in your area.
All right, Kathy, thank you. I was thinking of you.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Are you wearing an oil?
I am wearing an oil, but I'm going to have to try McGillicuddy's. Yes, I'm going to have to try that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I love that nod to I Love Lucy. I just do. We were just talking about that just for a brief moment. And also how much we're so grateful for you, Brian, this season.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not just me. You know, Brightspeed is so excited to partner with folks like you to get local and really, really mean something to us to be this embedded into the communities that we serve. So thank you guys so much. It's been a fantastic year. I watch your show every week. Everyone in Brightspeed watches it. We love it so much. Thank you guys so much. It's been a great, nice hat, by the way.
Thank you.
And if you didn't know, we ran a contest, right? For months and months.
Well, we ran a contest with Dine with Ray, right? So we have people that have entered in with our social media. And then at the end of the year, we opened it up. So over the course of the year, like almost 1,000 people, 700 some people,
amazing,
entered to win one of these three prizes.
Okay.
So, number one prize was a Ring doorbell.
Right.
The number two prize was these Apple iPods. Number three prize, oh my goodness, how many
The
text
Nintendo
messages?
Switch.
Do you know how hard it was for me to get this? It was
is that right?
hard.
Are they sold
super
out?
hard?
Mhm.
Yes, this is one of the biggest
hot ticket
Christmas
item
tickets of the season.
Oh, and
Absolutely.
somebody's going to get it for free, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
All right, let's give the winner of the Ring camera goes to.
So normally we like cut up, no. Normally we cut up like little pieces of paper and like we do this, but we couldn't do that because there's 700. So Fred did the thing where he puts the AI generator.
Oh, yeah.
And it generates a
randomly
code.
picked. It's almost like the lottery.
Right, that's exactly what we did. We showed Brian, you could see the email. So first prize goes to Don Utterback.
Don's going to get the Ring camera.
Don Utterback, you get the Ring camera.
All right.
Congratulations, Donnie.
Good job.
Second prize is Chuck Kreitzberg.
AirPods.
Chuck.
Good job,
Love
Chuck.
it.
You could
I love it.
listen to us wirelessly, so nobody else.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
then-
last but not least, Brian,
Nintendo Switch.
This Nintendo Switch 2, the new one.
the brand new one.
Yeah.
That's portable, baby.
I'm
And
sorry,
that
Sabina.
comes with the Mario Kart and everything. So
wow.
I'm super excited for this winner.
Sorry, Sabina, we couldn't enter.
Yeah.
But Brian Berkey, I am not sorry,
Brian
and
Congratulations. That's
Brian
awesome.
Oh, Brian, all right, the phone just fell down. It's a good thing, right on cue. But Brian, honest to goodness, your commitment and Brightspeed's commitment to telling such wonderful stories, and Michael, you being on this show, you know me.
I love it.
It is about feeding your soul with good and brightness all over the area, and also feeding those in need. And for our friends at St. Vincent de Paul, this one's for you. You know, I got a soft spot, and thankfully we can tell your story thanks to community partnerships like this.
Needs to be done, and I'm doing it.
And it makes no difference that wind chill was strong enough to steal Stephen Murray's breath in that brief statement. And on a frigid day, right in between the holidays that are supposed to feel the warmest, there's a bit of a heat wave, thanks to people like Steve.
The organization deals with what we consider to be our friends and our neighbors in the neighborhood here, trying to meet the needs and to make their life functional and better.
And the front usually radiates from the St. Vincent de Paul Distribution Center, a bright spot when people need it the most.
The facility has the CARES program to meet the needs of life The facility has the thrift store, which attempts to support this process of giving out the food. We're connected with Second Harvest now.
But as crisp and clear as the winter Warren day was, there was something else that made it even clearer. The need is there, no matter the day, no matter the season, no matter the holiday.
We were hitting almost 650 lunches a day in the summer. So it kept us busy.
Stephen Murray and his wife have been here, helping year after year for a decade now.
She's on the board, and I am just a call-me volunteer.
And so the next time you think, we sure could use a warm-up, swing by and find out how you can help one of the brightest and most hopeful places in Warren.
Donations is always important because it feeds the process and supports the operation. At the moment, we are connected to a couple of places that give us the materials that they deliver and we hand out here. But unless you see the list of what's in for this week, you don't know what's needed by the end of the week. And volunteers are the organizations mostly based on churches. Church groups come once a month. A couple of us are here several times a week or a month to fill in. But the days are spoken for and the calendar is set. Volunteers are always welcome, but there's the thrift store downtown and the kitchen. So the whole operation appreciates anybody's efforts.
Your eyes are two of the most important parts of your body, so it's best to take care of them. Optical Solutions in the Austintown Plaza offers comprehensive eye exams, medical eye care, LASIK and cataract evaluation, and more. Contact lenses in all types, plus eyewear from budget to designer frames. Optical Solutions is your complete eye care destination. Covered by most insurance carriers, contact Optical Solutions today to make your appointment. 330-797-8780.
Valley News and Valley People. Restaurants, concerts, things to see. Family fun, computer classes, outdoor hikes, and history. Winter sports or hibernation. Shoot some hoops or fry some bacon. It's all online, just look and see. Metro Monthly, just for me.
Back here on Valley Spotlight in the Igloo at Casa di Canzonetta.
It warms up so nice.
Is that what they call it? Do they call it the Igloo?
Yeah, it's the Igloo Experience.
Okay.
I think you can book it at CasaDiCanzonetta.com, if I remember correctly.
Probably can. Probably can.
I do. All right. Yeah. The house that we were able to visit as part of, Home Advantage with Kelly Warren and Associates. Sometimes you never know what you're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to walk back out.
Yeah.
Gorgeous split level, Michael. Split level.
They're not for everyone.
They're not, but here's one that really could be.
Okay.
On this very special edition of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren and Associates, we have a very special guest.
We have the and Associates right here with Theresa Robin.
Right, yes, Theresa, we recognize you from a very famous bathroom up in Trumbull County.
Yep.
Welcome to Boardman.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to Boardman. This is your property, right? And this is your listing, and this is a split level home. You see how we're on a different level than even the camera? And that is the
fancy.
I know, that's the beauty of a home like this, and it is wow worthy when you walk in. All right, so split level. When did it start? I feel like it was like the 70s, 80s.
I bet even earlier than that. I'm not sure when the first ones were, but they've certainly been around for a while now.
And for good reason, because when you have a whole family and a whole lot of people and a whole lot of stuff going on, sometimes you don't want it all in one room.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep.
So take me through this floor plan and why we like it.
We're right now.
So gorgeous.
We're in a 4-level split, which is my favorite because you can do bi-level, tri-level, or the 4-level. So the 4-level, you've got your upper level with the bedrooms. You have your main level with the living space.
Hide the stuff.
Yes, yes. And that's what I love about it. You walk in on the main level with your living room, your dining room, your kitchen. I can keep that clean. I can keep that guest ready. I can keep my chaos out of that area. And I can keep bedrooms and private stuff upstairs. And I can keep kids and chaos downstairs. And then with the 4 level, then you have like almost the basement level or the utility level. And so I love that because that gives you storage.
This
has it all.
A masterpiece, by the way. When you walk in and you see it from the street, it's a beautiful place in Boardman, ideally located on 224.
Yeah, perfect location.
Cul-de-sac.
Location. Yep.
When you walk in, Theresa, when people's first reaction, and like, this is just the very beginning of it, what has it been and how does it feel when you see them come in and it's like, all right, here we are?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, what's not to love about the property? Like you guys touched on the 4 different levels of living, especially for families, it works well. And
it's
just beautifully done. It's clean. It's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, what more do you want?
There's a lot to say for that too, when a house is set up well and showing ready and staged. You know, no clutter, it's ready to be shown and people can envision themselves living here.
That is like an exclamation point at the end of any sentence, especially for you guys. When you are listing a home and talking through people, how do you get them to go there? Because there's a lot of stuff involved. Like, how do you like navigate that, Theresa? Do you just like push kindly, or do you just like kick them in the butt?
It depends on the client.
It's like all stuff out of the way too, right?
Depends on the client and their needs, of course. It depends on, there's a lot of things that go into it. So, you know, we're happy to set up a consultation to see what's right for each home and each seller and what their goals are and go from there. But
I'm not allowed to kick people in the butt.
I don't know.
Set it up nice.
I'll let you know if we find one.
This is absolutely amazing. The address is
7692 West Parkside Drive in Boardman, Ohio.
And the website is?
They can find it online at kellysoldit.com.
Or text
330-717-2689.
Amazing stuff, you guys. Like really beautiful stuff and good advice. Don't be afraid of the split level because then you can like split up your stuff.
Perfect.
That's right.
And your people. A little bit. Bring them all together when it matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. We are behind the bar with Mark.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How are you?
Happy
It's been
holidays.
a minute. Happy holidays to you too, brother.
Do you have you know what? I was thinking about my favorite Christmas drink. And that Christmas ale with the cinnamon sugar ring.
The cinnamon sugar ring. Yeah, we have it.
It sneaks up on you. Like a couple of those is enough.
I used to know the master brewer up in Cleveland, at Great Lakes, Luke, pretty well. And he doesn't make beer for the light of heart.
No, and it tastes so good. You're like, oh yeah, I'll have another one.
And Luke is like 6'5", probably 280. He's a big man and he's a tall guy, and so he likes big, strong beers. And those are big and strong beers.
So I'm not crazy. You can.
Yeah, and I had it recently last week somewhere, and it's not super like with that Christmas like clove and spice that sometimes they come with. It's really, really nicely balanced. And with the cinnamon sugar rim, I think it's great.
Awesome.
So what was your favorite drink growing up at Christmas? That was it?
We would do eggnog.
Have to have the nog. Was it homemade nog?
Yeah, well, yeah. As a matter of fact, it was. For once, we didn't buy it. I know.
It was homemade. That's great.
And my dad had this big thing of Galliano. And I hated it. I hated it.
You know, the weirdest thing about Galliano throughout my entire career, you buy one bottle when you open up a restaurant, and usually because you wipe it down so many times, the label disappears and all you're left is the yellow liqueur.
I thought you were going to say you have the same bottle when you
you do.
Oh, okay.
You do usually. We go through quite a bit of it for whatever the reason. So anyways, we're going to make our Christmas cranberry spritzer. Really cool idea that the bartenders came up with. And it's just a take on a spritzer, but it's got some really great quality ingredients, including a simple syrup cranberry and rosemary ice cube that's right over there to your right, which is
those are cool.
Very cool. So we're going to use an Ohio gin because gin makes great cocktails. So we have our mixing glass right here. We're going to put about 2 ounces of 4-peel gin in it. And that is 4-peel means it's got a lot of citrus notes in it.
Okay.
We're going to add some Deep Eddy cranberry, which we love, about 1 ounce of that. So this drink has a little bit of a kick to it. And just because we love to get a little bit more deepness of flavor, Palma, which is about 1 ounce of, a little bit of pomegranate liqueur.
Ooh.
So
some flavor.
Yes, and just a touch of cranberry juice just to chill it out a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to put our ice cubes in here, just like so. Because they're going to melt, it's going to slightly sweeten it. Plus you're going to get that rosemary flavor to it. About 30 shakes is what you want, Mike.
30?
Or until this right hand here, left hand, can't take the cold anymore. Because it's going to freeze up on you.
Okay.
But I think 30 shakes for me, for my martini, is pretty great. And you just pour that over the top. Beautiful color.
Good, doesn't it?
She does. Give that a sip, buddy, and tell me what you think.
All right, very good. See, I thought Spritzer had the like Sprite in it or something like. And there it is.
And there we go.
See? Was I wrong?
You were not wrong. No, you were not wrong.
To make me feel better. Ooh, yeah, that's a fruity. It's got some punch. I like it.
Well, it's got 2 ounces of gin, so it does.
Oh, well, there you go. That's good. Good job.
So do you think your family would like this drink?
I think they would, and I know they'd love these ice cubes. That's
well, that's the easiest thing. All you have to do is buy one of these silicone molds on your favorite internet shopping center, because sometimes that other site is not so prime anymore.
Okay. You probably get them at the local Target too, I would think.
I think
right?
so. I think pretty much anything you need anymore is available 24/7.
I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Check them out down here at Kathy Canzonetta.
And come check out the igloo. It's such a great view.
Absolutely. All right, Lauren, we'll send it over to you for
Merry
some
Christmas, everyone.
Legal advice. Merry Christmas.
If you have not been here yet, we're going to give you 2 reasons right here. This is the s'mores latte, and which one is that? The
tiramisu cold brew.
I should know.
We'll try it.
Goodness.
That's good.
All of our children would love this.
Jealous.
They should have started that one on the Polar Express. Note to self. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's get back to business.
Yep.
People are starting a new year in 2026. Maybe it's time to finally make some decisions when it comes to how we orchestrate ourselves on paper, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people can start a business on their own. They run it. Let's say you make something, you make a product, you do anything, and you just get really busy, right? So you're like,
go figure.
Hey, my customers are growing, I'm doing it. But then you have to think about, how are you running that company? How are you owning that company? Most people will run it as what's called sole proprietorship. That's just you. Right? I'm running my company, it's named ABC, whatever it may be. Problem is, that's you. So if you were to hopefully never have to run in a situation, you were to have a customer that didn't like what you did, something happened, someone got hurt.
Everything I own is then
comes to you as a sole proprietor. That's you as an individual. Like you may operate under a business name, that's you. So what people will do is they'll set up companies.
Okay.
So first one we talked about is a limited liability company.
LLC.
LLC,
maybe.
limited liability company. Yep. And that gives you a shield. Gives you what's called an asset shield, a protection. So you have to keep that separate from you. It's its own company. You treat it as its own company, and you run all your stuff through that company. And that gives you that added protection.
Okay.
So let's say that company didn't own your house. You own your house. Well, if your LLC is set up correctly, and you run it correctly, make sure you actually treat it like a real company, then hopefully it never happens, but let's say the company got sued, your assets are protected and they can only go after the company's assets.
Okay, now when you're in a situation where, let's say, you're sending, you have to send your IRS information and to bill someone, and then it says S Corp and B Corp and like the sole proprietor, like what? You just went through sole proprietorship, but like what are the rest of them on there? Why do we need to know about that?
The good thing is most people today like to use LLCs because they're very easy, and taxing wise, they are treated just like you. It's called a pass-through, meaning when you go to file taxes, it's owned by what are called members. Those are everybody who owns part of that company. So you got a sole member. You start your company tomorrow, Warren, if whatever you may call it, you can be a sole member, meaning you are the sole owner. You still get the asset shielding. And the taxes are filed by the LLC, but it's passed down through you.
Understood. Okay.
And then the S Corp and C Corp, these are corporations. These are a little bit different. The problem with those are they're shareholder owned, and it depends if it's going to be passed through or if you're going to get full taxing at the corporate level. That is a very niche area that you have to get a full understanding, full business review to figure out which of those entities are best for you.
Got it. Well, that's a lot of information right there.
Legal counsel and an accountant.
Right.
Those are the 2 people you want to involve.
Immediately, if not sooner. Even if you are just simply filing an LLC, I really have to say. And it doesn't cost very much, right? They can call you and you guys can navigate steps, or
no, this is not
even, right?
This is not a 6-month process. This is maybe a week or 2, and you go through your goals, objectives, and make sure you get the right thing, and it's very easy to do.
Well, like how he makes everything sound so easy and so great. Matt, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
And Valley Kitchen. Wow.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
History is like a window into the past. In my History Press trilogy, Lost Youngstown, Historic Theaters of Youngstown, and Hidden History of Youngstown and the Mahoning Valley, learn little-known facts and interesting tales from our storied past. All three are available at Barnes & Noble, fine local retailers, and Amazon.com.
RC Compounding specializes in preparing affordable and natural hormone replacement therapy just for you.
I was spinning my wheels before. I didn't know what was wrong, and now I feel I have a sounder mind. You know, I can sleep better. You know, when your hormones are off, your whole body is off, your mind is off. So I feel a lot better. I feel like I can do anything.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Hi, I'm Mitch.
And I'm Helga.
Welcome to Home Plate.
And
What we gotta make?
Yes, today's going to be a fun thing, okay? We're going to make Kaiserschmarrn.
Kaiserschmarrn. Schmarrn.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Okay, that's actually called the Emperor's Feast.
Yeah, okay.
When the Kaiser was hungry and he had the munchies, that's what he liked. You can eat it for breakfast, you can go eat it for in between, or you can have it for dinner, okay? It's actually a big pancake.
Same kind of sweetness? Too?
Yes, yes it is, yeah. And it's a lot of fun to make, okay?
All right, let's have some fun.
Let's start it here. Okay, I'm going to use just 3 eggs this time. And you know what? And maybe if you want to, no, that's going to go fast, doesn't it? You know what? I have to go say, I want to show you something what my mom always made us kids do. Okay, I need the egg white.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did, it was always like this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah. I have to do that quite often every
Do
week. Yes.
There.
You get 2 of those?
No, we need 3. I thought 4 just in case one didn't turn out good.
Smart thinking. Thinking ahead.
I don't, you know, the shells are so skinny now.
That's, you know, it's...
Oops. Oh, I did them. That's what I did. But that's okay. We're going to have another egg. See, I knew I'm going to make a mistake.
See, you planned for it, though, so we're
yes,
okay.
Yes, because we need 3 egg whites, you know.
There we go.
Well, see, when I'm with you, I'm always excited. That's what you get.
All right. I don't worry about that.
Okay, now we have to go and make this to, I like to use a little bit of sugar in there to make it into meringue. And now we're going to go and melt this down. Have it on slow, real slow. I don't want it to get brown, okay? Maybe you can turn it off. And we're going to go give it 1 cup of milk, okay? 1 cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of vanilla.
That's almost like my French toast recipe so far.
Yeah. And then we're saving the raisins. They're gonna go into the dough then.
That's
because that's rum.
Ew. No wonder it was the Emperor's Feast, huh?
Yeah, that's the Emperor's Feast. And now we add slow. First I gotta make the sugar into. 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, if you want to start up on the meringue already, Is
So
that
you want me to start whipping this?
Yeah, because that's gonna take a while, isn't it? And I'm just doing the flour. Flour is a cup and a quarter. I can smell that on.
Yeah. How long did you soak the raisins in the room?
They say about a half hour, but I had it overnight. That's why they're so nice and plump.
Yeah, they are.
They're all tipsy.
We would do that for all in the Breakers Hotel when we made rum raisin ice cream.
Oh, yeah? But you know, I don't like to put them in the dough because they sink to the bottom. Okay?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go put the
Sprinkle them on
and
top.
sprinkle them on top. Yeah. Because you know, when you have them then on the bottom, the last pancake has all the raisins, all the goodies, so not the first one. Because it makes about 2 pancakes.
So that would have been the emperor's, and the servant would have the second one, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think that's about it. We're getting hungry, so we don't want to do this forever, huh?
Yeah.
Now I did,
It's hot.
you know what, I did take a little bit, okay, put that over there. I did take a little bit of butter out. There's like 3 tablespoons, but I took 2 of them out and left just a little bit in there because we're going to add this after a while, okay? Now we're going to go put in our mixture. Let's see, is it hot? Oh, yeah.
So the egg whites go bigger, huh?
Oh, sorry. See now, I'm glad I have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad I have you there. I almost messed that up. That is the best part. They get nice and fluffy that way. It's always nice to have 2, don't we?
Yes, a backup
Just in
plan.
case you forget some. Now you just fold that in like that.
Wow, it's light.
Yeah, that gets really nice and fluffy. And then after we have the batter in there, okay, we're gonna go and put the raisins on top, okay? But we have to split those because they have to make it for 2 pancakes, okay?
Hold that for you.
Okay. We have to.
So this makes 2 pancakes.
Yeah, no, yeah, because we're gonna make them have to be thick,
Oh.
okay? Not like a crepe, okay? Because see, the emperor, he wanted to have a hard.
This emperor was a big dude.
Yes, I know he was. Okay, so.
Now, is this okay on the heat? How do you want the heat on this?
This is nice. See how it's bubbly?
Okay.
Okay, now I think I have to go like this. Goes better that way.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
the hands are the greatest tool.
I know, that is the best tool there is. Whoops, we don't want to lose that. Okay, that's enough for the other one.
Okay. Now this has to flip. Can I have that, Ray? I'm going to do it without burning my hand.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I get it. We did it.
That is tricky.
There you go.
Now we would ultimately use a smaller flip.
Yeah, but we don't have. We have to use what we have here, okay? Okay, actually, this is the method how you do it at home, okay? Take a smaller plate if you like and make like 3 pancakes instead of 1 or 2, so it goes faster. And now comes the part. The emperor, he had iron skillets, so they take 2 forks, actually 2 forks, like, and rip it apart. We have Teflon. We don't want to mess up the pan. We don't want to scrape it. So what I came up with is I take my spatula and I just make little bites, okay, like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that'll work. You know.
I know it's plastic butter knives, anything that won't damage
Yeah,
the Teflon.
damage your Teflon.
But traditionally you do it with forks because you have cast iron.
Yeah, and when you go to Germany, and actually it comes from Bavaria and Austria. It's actually an Austrian dessert too.
Oh, yeah.
And they rip it apart, okay? They're like ribs in there, They're not like this here, like little.
It's like the French with the French bread,
Yeah, yeah.
Europeans, you get your hands on everything.
I know.
Yeah, and over here we're so afraid.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the butter.
It smells wonderful.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
vanilla.
And we're gonna put this on, and then you're gonna flip it again. I mean, just take the spatula.
Toss it around a bit.
Yeah, toss it around. Then. That butter goes on all the ends that are cooked.
Is that mine?
Okay.
All right. Now you put it on the plate?
Yes. It's done. There you go. All right. Can you move the egg right there? Then we can garnish it.
That out. What are these blueberries?
Yeah, blueberries
Runaway blueberries.
and strawberries. Where's my two big ones? Where did I put those? No, I don't know.
And bigger strawberries?
Yeah, we can garnish that later. And then we're going to use a little bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Doesn't it look beautiful? Wait till you taste it. You'll love it.
Okay. Oh, that looks so beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Okay, and look at
You
this.
said pretty.
Yeah, pretty. And you know what?
Tasty looking.
Tasty too.
How much
Tasty too.
color.
And you know what? And the tipsy raisins are in there.
Yeah. Well, like you said earlier, though, you know, when we're running fast on the set, you wanted the raisins to be in there a little more.
I know. Yeah.
Sometimes it's not perfect.
I should have put them in a little bit earlier, you know, to get them in.
I'm hungry.
But yeah.
That smells wonderful.
Isn't it good?
Mm-hmm.
It's that you can taste that rum. Good.
Oh, that is amazing. The Emperor didn't know.
So the Emperor knew exactly what you
Now,
wanted.
this guy wore clothes when he ate this?
I hope so. Well, I think we're going to have to quit.
Or they probably went in the show. Another wonderful meal.
Yeah,
Boy,
thank
she
you.
teaches us some things. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. I'll
Bye-bye
be
now.
saying.
I used to blame spotty Wi-Fi for my trolling, but now with Brightspeed fiber internet, I have reliable Wi-Fi in all my favorite places. Oh, soulmates!
Ultra-reliable Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Hey, what are you doing here? Chicken party night. Valley's favorite.
Hey, mine's authentic. Mine's cheesier. Mine's famous. Yeah.
We're chicken parm and so much more.
We're back here in Valley Spotlight under the plastic, I guess.
It's gorgeous.
Warm
It's
in
the
here.
igloo
It's very
experience.
nice.
Hey, look.
Oh, what?
This is Steel Light.
Oh,
Go figure, right? You're down the road. You had your sandbar people down the road.
Right? It was a little chillier in Warren on a very festive night, wasn't it?
But we're still going to have a reason to smile. No matter what the temperature is, we braved it. And my gosh, you know what? Anytime we get to hang out with Mayor Doug Franklin,
Right.
I can't help but smile.
It's worth it.
On behalf of the City of Warren, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone and have a great, safe holiday. I'm here with Elin Hopple, who's going to do the honors this year of lighting the Christmas tree. So I'm very, very happy that she volunteered to help us out tonight, and Helen's 10 years old. And what school do you go to? She's homeschooled, but we're glad you're here with us today, okay? You have a great family. Merry Christmas, everyone. You all ready? We're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It worked. Thank you, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
Good job, man.
Oh, and the tree goes. Santa, when Santa comes, you know it's for real.
And that is, I think, like, I know we see the floats, and then of course the band is amazing, and the tree lighting when it lights, we're always super excited about that. But there's so much work that goes into bringing a parade to life, and I really didn't quite understand that until I was having so much fun with our friends at Cub Scouts, and the Gaults are waving hello. Like, there's just so much effort that goes into it. And so I think it's a reason to smile, and it never is lost on me.
All right, just down the road from there at Packard Music Hall, we met a great lady who came from across the pond.
Probably around where like these were made or something, I think, right? Honest to goodness.
And she's making a difference in our neck of the woods.
Each year, the Big Band Sound of Packard hosts a free holiday concert for the community at the Music Hall here in Warren.
The fact that we have a guest artist with us this evening, Helen is just a magnificent singer. We always love it when she comes and joins the band. And of course, Christmas is special. So, that's what it's all about. That's what this concert's about, just bringing that Christmas spirit to everybody.
Holiday favorites and Christmas classics were featured, but we were most surprised by singer Helen Welsh and how she landed in Ohio.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.
It kind of sounded like the classic Audrey Hepburn, Cary Grant film, Charade.
So I was living in London, and I went to the French Alps to ski and sing. And whilst there, I met Doug and Graham, who were from Ohio. They were there skiing. And I was singing with a jazz band at the hotel, and they invited me to join them for dinner. And they were with a French couple, so I felt safe. And I did, and I fell head over heels in love, and it was a holiday romance. I flew back to London, he flew back to Ohio. 10 weeks later, he arrived in London. 10 weeks later, I came here, and we did that for way too long until he came over and asked my dad for my hand in marriage. And then we had to decide who was going to move where, and I really liked it here and actually was ready for a change. And it was a big change, but I moved here, and I love it. And I sing all over the United States, but this Northeast Ohio is home.
So how did she end up here at Packard Music Hall?
I moved from England in 2003, and I think about 5 or 6 years later, whenever it was, 5 years later, a lady who ran a theatre told me, have you been in touch with the Packard Big Band? I said, no, I'm from England. I don't know who's where and who's what. And she said, you should reach out to Tom Groth. So I just recorded my own and produced my own big band album with the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra. So I sent Tom a letter and mailed him the album. And he said, I can't believe we're 20 minutes down the road. And we had a lunch and had a meeting, and they'd never done a big band Christmas show at that point. And so we all got together, Dan Cariotti, who's the band leader, and came up with the idea. I'd been doing a big band show over at the Akron Civic. So Tom came to see it, and he said, I love the idea. So we brought it to the people of Warren.
The band loves when she's here because, it's just a lot of fun to have. She's so, such a good singer, as you will see.
And what about living here in Ohio?
When people go, why do you live in Ohio? I say, well, if you don't like it, don't come, because I love it. Go back to wherever you pay your ridiculous amounts of money for your houses. But, we have such an amazing quality of life here with the arts, the Cleveland Orchestra, the Akron Orchestra, the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra, the beautiful parks, no crazy, weather. It's a little cold, but, I can handle that. So I really love it here.
Good evening. Let's hear it for this incredible band. Dan Karaoke leading, everybody.
That's a finish. That's a finale. We could end the show right here, but we can't.
We literally can't because we have to give away a furnace. But like that's a big finish, and the WD Packard band is
excellent. Excellent.
You just feel that energy.
All right, break time.
Yeah, break time, and then
we have some,
I'm not good at a drum roll.
more congratulations after this.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Valley News and Valley People. Restaurants, concerts, things to see. Family fun, computer classes, outdoor hikes, and history. Winter sports or hibernation. Shoot some hoops or fry some bacon. It's all online, just look and see. Metro Monthly, just for me.
Find your next meal on the new Eat Local Ohio app. Beautifully curated food content from all the best local independent restaurants, right at your fingertips. Download the app today. Eat Local Ohio.
Safety is our top priority at Barina's Automotive Center when we're taking care of your vehicle. We invest in the latest equipment to service the newest makes and models and keep our team's education up to date on the latest skills and techniques. At Barina's, we provide a free digital vehicle safety inspection so you can actually see what we see and understand our recommendations. Barina's Automotive Center on Robbins Avenue in Niles. Call 330-652-AUTO today and get your car back on the road safe and sound.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight, the exciting conclusion here at Casa de Canzonetta.
I know, and the igloo, if you have not had the experience.
They were just asking about the igloo. They're curious about the igloo.
We are. They were saying, have you eaten in the igloo? And I said, yes, we have dined in the igloo. And it really is, you know what it is out there? The quiet around the city.
That's true. That's true.
With the food that, of course, is all Mark, right? And so I think that is what people should come here for immediately, if not sooner.
Yeah. It's like you're outside.
And it's warm in there, and like you can choose your music.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat.
It's amazing. And like the chairs are super comfortable.
I think we should check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Talk to him about this.
I have to reserve
These
this.
are
If you guys invite me.
Love it.
Well, that sounds nice. I'd like to go myself.
We'll have one of those wonderful cocktails out there with him at some point. But
all right.
We could talk about the wonderful restaurants and Downtown Youngstown and, of course, the sponsors that make this show possible. But this is the moment that our relationship with you guys feels so big and almost like indescribable every year, right? That moment that we announce the winners of the Gault Furnace
I want to show you.
giveaway. I know.
Like, this is the entries that we got for
That's
this
not
contest.
even close to all of them. We started,
No.
Fred started printing them.
Yeah. And you had to get a new printer.
Yeah.
And then we went to Target and we
Ran out of
he
paper.
told me to get paper. So I got one ream and he was like, oh,
That's
I
too
meant
cute.
like more than that. We started printing and then we had to read all of these. And so when we say that we took this to the most care and spreadsheets and just to make sure that we were doing this as fairly as we could.
Right.
And I know that it's the greatest gift in the world and we're so grateful, but it's still hard to see how many people really do need a furnace.
Yeah.
So
All right, shall we announce?
Let's do it.
Okay, this is a nominated entrant from her aunt, apparently, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, who wants to read this one? You guys can read it off.
Okay, congratulations. Holly Wyand from East Liverpool.
All right.
Yay.
Holly during the holidays.
Yes.
Excellent. Congratulations.
I'm
Okay.
thinking if you know Holly, you know that story. And you know why we're coming. So, Holly, we're coming for you, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then there are all the rest of them that were just entered into
Thousands
the
of
contest.
people.
Yep.
Glenn, you can do this one.
Can you do that?
Your eyes okay?
That's right.
Just a little winky.
We have Lisa Lawton.
Lisa Lawton. Where does she live? Canfield, right?
Canfield.
She is in Canfield.
Yeah.
Right?
That's awesome.
Lisa.
Congratulations, Lisa, and your family. You're going to have heat for the holidays.
Oh my
How
gosh,
neat.
you guys.
How neat. Yep.
Yeah.
What a gift you are.
Oh.
We're just blessed to be a part of this.
In the community and give back to the community.
Yeah, the community is what keeps us and all of our teammates working every day. So it's just really nice to be able to give back and do something for the community that does everything for us.
Supports us. Yep.
And they support us, and everything we do is this local community. And our connection here with the Valley Spotlight has been our bridge to being able to help more, and just can't appreciate everybody enough. Just so happy to be a part of this.
Excellent. And your footprint goes down to East Liverpool.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's wonderful.
Correct.
That's wonderful.
Hey, Joe Romano, Jack Stevenson, if you guys ever watch this show, guess who's going back to East Liverpool? Right here, everybody.
Favorite daughter.
I am
It's going
coming
down.
home, everyone, but for all the best reasons. And I just, our sponsors of the show, thank you. And to Mark and to the people who have believed in us from the very beginning, and Steelite and Kelly Warren and Associates, and a relationship with KWGD. I mean, there's so many. There are so many. Ducut and Julie's Farm Market. I feel Brightspeed.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, and Brightspeed wants to continue to work with us. And we have new, exciting things coming in 2026, you guys. I've been busy. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't sat down a whole lot this year. And a lot's coming.
Well, that's a show. Thank
you guys for being part of all
Have
of
a
it.
great holiday.
Oh, I also wanted to tell you that please tell all of your techs that are out on the road that kindly wave to Crazy Lauren every time I see a shot.
Finally this time. Use all the fingers, not just that one. Okay.
Well,
I wave, and I don't even think they know who I am, but like I get really excited when I see it. So
Well-
tell them that's me.
Well, as my son always says in our commercials, we always have a truck right down the road from you. We now have offices in Hubbard, Poland, Salem, Sharon, and Mercer.
Wherever
We
I
added
go,
these two branches.
I'm waving.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is like I do feel like I do it a lot.
You should give her a truck.
Yeah.
Or maybe we need to do that.
Don't even get me started. Oh no, I got too much to think.
Are
You
you
know what? We gotta end the show.
Next show's coming up.
All right.
Okay.
Best of shows are coming up. We cannot wait. You guys are a part of those too. So yay.
Have a good holiday.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas is a time for closeness, and closeness is what Norelco razors are all about. The shiny new silver rotary razors in cord and rechargeable models with 36 blades, 9 closeness settings, and no gotchas. And the Ladybugs, the ladies' razors that really work. And the Ladybug Salon, a ladybug razor plus 11 grooming attachments. Norelco, even our name says Merry Christmas.
WFMJ, Youngstown.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.